Turn my headphones up. All right. It's 8:15 with the Trap Queen. 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 You know the vibes. Yeah, you know the vibes. What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Loves Trap content. Yes, we are back at it again with another power recap / review. Season 5, episode 2. All right. There's a lot going on, a lot of infamous scenes from the OG Power. So I'm ready to get into it. Okay. And I have one of my favorites with me. She don't really need no introduction, so I'm just bring her up here. Okay. All right.
Oh, look, we are streaming live simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
She is also on. She's not a social media person, but she's on Facebook. So y'all check her out. This is one of my girls, Pretty Girl Loves Trap content. Go to her YouTube page. Please like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Facebook, I can see your comments and everything. Go ahead. You got a good audience tonight.
Yes. Yes. All right. Of course, Moochie is one of our resident power historians. Okay. And she is very much passionate, okay, about these things. And I love, your input because we got to get into some things because Ghost done pissed me off on this episode. All right. Before we get into it, we got 2 things to do. Okay. We in the trap. So if you're watching from the trap, I need y'all to make sure you like this video, subscribe, do all the things. If you watching on, Moochie's channel, do the same thing. And I mean, if y'all got a little bit of time, if you on one channel, go to the other and like that video too. Okay. I mean, it ain't nothing to it but to do it. All right. Just get some cardio on that little index finger. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for much. But we got DeMarcus in the building, Ronald Cameron, Daria, Jacoby, what's up, Derry? Hi, thank you for coming through, everybody. But we're gonna get into some things. All right. Moochie, you ready to talk about ghosts?
Yes, history? I am ready. I'm just sharing things to my social, but I am ready, girl.
All right. So this episode begins. Tasha is really deep in her grieving with Raina. And I ain't gonna lie, like the original time I watched this, I felt horrible. But of course, with the rewatch, I'm not feeling as bad because of her whole thing of I want you to be the biggest goddamn drug dealer in New York City. So I feel like when you tell somebody that, you really have to be emotionally and mentally prepared for any repercussions. Even though, I know she's a mother and it's sad, but I'm, asking Tasha, telepathically to really have some accountability. Because yes, Tariq's fault, low key, but you all are really to blame. She does mention that at some point in this episode. So Tariq is listening to her. He all laying on. I like the way he laying on the bed. This little shot give me like 90s R&B, like so sick of love songs. Like he over there just in the bed.
Let me find out he jonesing for Destiny. Destiny.
Hi, Monique.
Hi, Chandria. Let me find out he jonesing for Destiny.
We see Ghost here over there in the office, hearing her as well. And Tariq goes in, Raina's room to check on, Tasha. He was like, "Mama, you okay?" So she wiped her little tears and get up. She's like, "I'm okay. Just go to bed." So, you could tell she's still feeling resentment. But Moochie, like, can you even imagine? Because I kind of know somebody that kind of went through this where, a sibling passed and there was blame for it, even though, well, it was a little different because it is really Tariq's fault as well.
It is Tariq's fault. Going through this rewatch, this episode, I still was mad at Tariq because you got your sister taken out. Yeah, you did the right thing trying to make it right, but you did mess up. You messed up Steph even more with trying to go to handle this on your own. And now you got it all messy where they trying to keep you out of trouble.
Child. Tariq just didn't understand how good he had it this episode because people was really looking out for him. Meanwhile, Angie over there at work. All right. And they're getting closer and closer to, nailing down, the whole Jimenez organization. So we have Lorenzo and Arturo. They are pretty much fighting for leadership because Uriel, is now dead because, Tommy and Ghost have handled that. Okay. Shout out to them because Julio, we needed some get back. Okay. Even though Dre Punk is still alive. All right. But they're pretty much knowing all of this information about how, there's a leadership struggle over there with the gang. So they over there getting closer and closer to the Jimenez, which means they're getting closer and closer, okay, to Ghost and them. All right. And so Angie and Tasha meet up, and they're pretty much trying to make sure that they're covering all their tracks. They want to ensure that no one else alive can tie them to tie Tariq to Ray Ray. And Angie gives Tasha a little burner. She's like, hey, we're going to use this to communicate. And this burner comes, into play, of course, in future episodes. But how do you like the team up between Angie and Tasha? Really, do you think, because I think we touched on this maybe in another live I had. They were saying that Angie was doing this more so for Ghost and not Tariq. Which,
yeah, she was doing that to get back in good graces with Ghost, I believe. With that, as far as trying to send him to put him down for murdering Mr. Greg Knox. So come on, it's like she trying to redeem herself with her man.
Yeah,
that ain't her man.
my man.
With her messy self.
DeMarcus, he's like, shout out to the sister wives. I'm just saying, they over there. Oh, that's a whole mess. So I do feel like, I don't know if she is trying to get into good graces. I don't see more so as that. I feel like, well, yeah, I do agree, but I do feel like there's a lot of guilt involved with still, sending him to prison and with Raina dying. So she's trying to help you, like you said, her man's in them. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why, but I love when I see Tommy, Ghost, and Kanan in the scene. Like, it's always going to give you something. Even though we did get a good bit of three of them, but I wanted more. Like, I feel like we needed more of those three, like, really just Wreck-It-ish.
I know, just to see their chemistry together and see how they work together when they was getting along. Didn't you want to see more of that?
Exactly. Some people are hoping we get that in Raising Kanan. I don't know if that's the best place, but that's pretty much the only place we'll probably get that. But I don't know if they'll go that deep with Raising Kanan. We got to see how many seasons we get. Shout out to the writers' strike. Please support these writers and actors. We need our shows back. We can't be with the struggle. But meanwhile, we gonna do this rewatch. So they're pretty much comparing notes and realizing, hey, they all received the Angre Guard, whatever, the spades card. Okay. I'm just saying, they're playing spades over there with their lives. And so, of course, Kanan don't know nothing about that. He was like, I just love
Kanan don't know nothing about all of this, but he trying to find out because he's like, oh, this might be the plug. He seemed like he want to try to do something crazy. You know how he is.
And, he was like, they telling him, it's linked to him and that. He's like, I ain't scared of those Spanish niggas. And I just love it because, that's the New York thing. Like, he said it multiple times, like, I ain't scared of those Spanish niggas. And so,
he sound like a real Queens dude, too.
Yes. It just gives me a little bird goosebumps. I ain't even gonna lie. A little bird. So, Ronald DeMarcus, I'm not talking about that Candy
What's
Man.
up, DeMarcus? We missing one character now, Candyman.
Yes, please.
Who the heck is Candyman?
You know who Handyman is. Sending them to breed. Dang, I said it.
Don't call him Nick. You know what? Here you go, DeMarcus, bringing up that word where we hear it blowing in the wind now. Get out of here with that.
Oh,
We
yes.
don't even need to hear him blowing in the wind right now.
No, no, no. We may not ever see him. We gonna see. Lord. Oh, Lord. So meanwhile, while they comparing notes, we see Jason pull up. You know, they don't know who is this coming up in the G-Wagon. And so he's
Mm-hmm.
upset because Tommy promised them, ports, port access, but the Jimenez took, the port access. Well, the shipment that was at the port. Um, well, that was pretty much Jason's deal with Tommy. But Dre actually promised the Jimenez, that, if, those products, whatever. So he was like, hold up, I told you not to work with Ghost no more. What we doing here? I don't know why, it was just very crazy that he just did not want Tommy with Ghost. I'm like, we got to go through this again with every connect. But that's neither here nor there. He was like, Tommy, you doing too much. I don't even know if I want to keep you alive. So he was like, I can make it up to you. I can make it up to you, sir. And he was like, oh, so you want to kill him and ass? And Tommy was like, well, if that would it take. And Ghost was like, come on, bro. Like, I ain't trying to do this no more. So Jason was like, all right, you, Ghost, and Kanan go ahead and kill the him and it's all three of y'all, okay? He was definitely giving Burt action. So of course this is more reason for them to work together. But how do you feel about Jason Mucci? Like, I don't know, I never disliked him, but he just got on my nerves just a little bit.
He was just doing too much once he had Ghost under his thumb and just seeing if he could make them jump how high.
Yes. Like, why we can't get a normal connect? Like, we just can't do business regular, degular. But I mean, this is the underworld, so I guess not. So now, they're all low key contracted to kill the Jimenez, and Ghost doesn't really want no parts of this, but we gotta do what we gotta do. And now in this scene, Dre is really starting to understand what it means to have an organization and deal with the crazy connects. Okay, so he goes into Diego's room. He over there having a tree shroom, if you will. And
Mm-hmm.
Dre was like, man, bro, I don't want to see y'all. Like, he was like, I like an audience. I'm like, see, I didn't realize this. He more freakier than Lobos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come
Yeah,
on.
Lobos was that too, where he liked to have people watching him too.
Yeah, but I don't know. Diego was a little more extra. I feel like Lobos was like flirty, but he wasn't doing what Diego was doing. Like, bruh. But Dre is starting to feel the pressure because he was like, bruh, I need you to make the money back because we lost that. They lost 86 keys in the raid that the feds did. Then, he knows about the power struggle with the Tortoise locals. He was like, you need to
Mm-hmm.
fix that. So, bro, you got a lot of work to do. And of course, we see Dre like, dang. Nah, I mean, this is what happens. It costs to be the boss. So I'm kind of liking this part because it's like, oh, they ain't really peaches and cream over there. Up there on top, Dre is it. But how do you feel like how Dre's doing right now? It looks like he a little struggling.
Yeah, he looks like he's struggling because he not used to seeing all this crazy stuff. And not for nothing, he didn't do stuff like this to Ghost and Tommy.
No, no.
This is stuff he seemed like he doing stuff to see what team he play for. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yes. What team you playing for? Are you a catcher? Like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. What you doing? Hitting the pitching.
You a quarterback?
Yo, what you doing? Hitting the pitching. You squatting
Yes.
down to catch that ball? Or are you battering up to hit it? Which one you doing?
Can I put a quarter on your back? Like, what we
You
doing
know?
here?
Sure.
Meanwhile, I'm so done with this. I'm so done. I'm like, is this really? Now, don't get me wrong. We know that people are, when you up there with the drug organization, you kind of get some people that's kind of aloof. They're a little out there. But I'm like, if this one,
And they got their fetishes.
yes, I'm like, see, bro, if we got to do all that, let me just go on Indeed.com or LinkedIn and get me a regular job, okay?
Look, they all have their fetishes. You know, Tommy loves his redheads.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
Like
I'm
his
just
mama.
saying.
Like his mama. I mean, Tommy wasn't freaky like that. But he had his fetishes. Ghost, he really had no fetish. All his fetish was Angie. That's all he
Mm-hmm.
wanted out of life.
Angie, I could have had a life with Angie, but her parents didn't like me.
Oh, that boy loves some Angie. Oh my God.
You
So
know, when
me,
you tell your wife, please let me mourn my side piece. What does that say?
like, how trifling is that on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, chat, let us
Shoot,
know.
10 with it coming out in explosions. What the heck? Like fireworks.
He didn't call Tasha how smart she get. Like,
Oh,
I done birthed 3 of your babies, and you over
you
here
know,
telling me to have sympathy
and
for
the
you.
third baby we hardly see. And here you are carrying on.
That's a big mama. Big mama, she had a lot of issues, but she held it down, okay, in a babysitting tip. And I'm pretty sure Lakeisha done had your ass a couple times too.
Of
I'm just
course.
saying.
Everybody don't watch that baby except for Tommy.
Should have asked that doorman, "Hey, can you watch your ass for 30
Look,
minutes?"
my husband will be here in 10 minutes. Just hand him to her when you go upstairs. When he go upstairs, she got a juice box in her little pocketbook.
I gotta get a feeling. I can't take her right now. Can you please? Go back there behind that desk. She don't say nothing. Just let her watch Teletubbies or whatever the hell she wanna watch, and she be good. Dang, Tasha, ain't never had that baby. What's up, support gaming? Yes, I think you gotta do. You have a different name in Discord, but I think I did. If it is you, yeah, I like those. If that's the flashback videos you was talking about, let me know. Queen, what's up? How are you doing? So yes,
Hi, Queen.
so Tate, he over there talking to Ghost. They over there trying to see how many millies they need for the Queen's Child Project. But he was like, James, the donors, they feeling the way. Okay. The fact that we don't know Raina's killer, that's looking real sketch, my man. So we need to really just get the cops and people involved because we need to find it because they kind of looking at you sideways, bro. And Tay pissed me off this episode, but we're gonna get into it a little later. But Ghost was like, well, I don't know if Tasha want to do a press conference or anything, but I'm gonna ask her. But Tate just and he was doing this to 2 generations of the St. Patrick. Oh Lord, but do you have anything to say about Tate right now, or you just want to wait because
This is when we start seeing how much of a slithering person he is. Because we thought that him and Ghost is gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But he's starting to see his little ways slowly but surely. But this was when he was on point. I want to say this is when he called out Simon Stearns with the racism.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Hey,
it was
support
funny.
gaming.
It was funny because Ghost thought going with a black man was gonna really help him, but he quit. What they say, F around and find out. He done effed around and found out Tate probably ain't no better
Than him.
than Stern.
Than Stern.
Sometimes you gotta go with the devil, but we gonna see. So Cristobal and Dre have a conversation, okay? And 2-Bit is listening, and they're discussing the Totos Locos and their little struggle to pretty much replace Uriel. So Lorenzo is the older, I guess, nominee to head the gang, and then Arturo is the younger guy. So Dre was like, well, just put, Arturo in position because he's young, you can control him, and, that'll be easier versus an older guy. So Cristobal ain't like that idea, but Dre went with it. He was like, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, this annoyed me too. But Sammy took Tommy to see, and I forgot his name. I forgot. Please forgive me. But pretty much, I want to say Dominic, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna just call him Dominic because I want to. So Dominic over there, he's shot because he failed at capturing Dre because that was a dumb behind plan, trying to cover him like a like he Casper. Like, why you covering this man with a sheet? And surprise, he is strapped. Like, this is stupid. But how do you feel about the whole dynamic with Dre and Too Big? Because they gonna get into it this episode too. How do you feel about that? Because I love Too Big. I don't know why I love Too Big so much, but I'm a big fan of Too Big.
He gonna do something slick to Too Big, where he gonna backdoor him too. So it's just like, this is when you start to see how dirty, dirty, dirty Dre is. I already wanted him to die by this episode. So I was already like, I can't stand him, and he's still living. Why is he still living?
Facts. Oh, Dre, I swear. He's probably, I wanted him to die so many times. Probably, I don't know if I wanted Tariq to die. I just wanted his ass to be beat. I wanted him to get the belt with Tariq. Dre, I wanted him to die. Thank you, DeMarcus. See, DeMarcus, you got a file somewhere on your phone. Like, you know what? You got all the characters, all their names on his phone. Thank you, Carmine. Because I be having bird brain sometime when it comes on live. Juan, what's up? You say YouTube family, much love. WVDC, is that West Virginia, DC area? What it do, Moochie? What it do?
What's up?
So this was a kind of a deep scene because Tasha is in Raina's room and she's mourning, and Ghostie's over there, coming in the house, and she was like, I can't leave her room, and Ghostie says, I can't enter her room. So you kind of see they both grieving, but in their own way. Like, Ghost is more doing an avoidance type method, and Tasha's more like just deep in it. She's just soaking and living in this grieving moment. I'm pissed off. But they talk about a couple things. Because she wants to know, is there anybody that, can link Tariq to Ray Ray? And he was like, well, I don't know. He said he'll ask Kanan. And so he gives him, Brains' government name and his street name. She was like, all right, thank you. And she was like, well, I want to send Tariq to Cho. We need to talk about it. But she also says, no to the press conference. She's done with that. But Ghost said, I don't know. I really don't want Tariq out of my sight right now. And Moochie, this is a little too damn late.
Yeah, you should have been at him. Once the whole kidnapping situation happened, he should have been right with him right there, and none of this would have got out of control.
Like, now, immediately after the kidnapping situation, Tasha and Tariq needed to be at the hip because Ghost was still in jail. Like, you know how they had them little leashes for the little toddlers? That's what Tariq needed at the very least. I mean, I need your phone to be attached to me. I need to know everything where you going. I need to be able to see where you at if you're not in my presence. Like, we damn near about to take a shower together because you not going to be on my sight, bro. I'm sorry. Or at least with some, another adult that you can trust. Y'all still letting Tariq over there. He's sipping on that scissor and doing God knows what. But y'all over here now finally realizing after Raina died that Tariq being out of your sight may not be a very good thing. Idiots. Piss me off. Candy Love said he basically needed a babysitter, damn near caregiver. Facts. Somebody. I mean, where's the Big Brother program when you need it? Okay. So Angie, is given the name via Tasha because they got a little burden situation. So she looks it up and realized that Brains and Big Country is dead. So she looking like, God damn, like how many people they killed up? I know Tasha's like, Angie's like, what the hell I get myself into?
But that wasn't them. That was that was Raymond Jones that did that.
Yeah, but from Angie's point of view, she's probably thinking, because she mentions later on when her and Tasha meet, like, are you sure you guys don't have nothing to do? Because she probably think they over there just killing people for fun, for breakfast. But she's still over here loving because she got her man. She trying to help. Moochie, this is too much for love. Please tell me, have you ever been this much in love?
She should have just walked away, yo. This should have been like, no, I'm doing too much. I'm putting my job at risk. I need to just walk away quietly.
Hey, guys, she probably was like, Greg, see, Greg, he sounded kind of good right now. He sounded kind of good right now. He was more your speed, Angie. Trust me, okay? So Tommy goes to see his daddy, Teresi,
And this
because
is the first time they seen each other.
yeah, exactly. No, this is the second time.
Okay, because the
This
first
is the
time he
second
helped him with the thing inside. Okay.
Yeah, the second time. And he's wanting advice because he doesn't know what to do with the Carmine situation. And Teresi is pissed off because he's like, bruh, I like the code they use. He's like, I heard you threw a party and didn't invite the the guests to honor. I'm like, ooh, I love the little, incognito talk. But Tommy, do you think Tommy was in over his head when it came to the mob, or when he knew what he was getting into, but just did not care?
He got the warning, but by doing that unauthorized, using them guys to do that hit. So this is gonna, like, him meeting Italians. This is like the first thing that's bad out of all of this. Hey, HE.
Hey. But yeah, I just like Tommy, you done dealt with so many different races and organizations. Like, even especially, that's one thing. I can't speak for other places, but New York, like, the mob is real. Like, yes, we have Sopranos, but we legit like had
That's
the New York
Jersey,
Times.
baby.
Huh?
That's Jersey, though. We talking about New York mob.
No, I was using Sopranos as an example. Like,
Okay.
if you live any other place, yes, you could watch The Sopranos and see how the mob get down. But if you was from New York, you saw the New York Post, you saw the New York Times, you see John Gotti, like, the mob is for real. It ain't no TV, ain't no HBO. Like, this shit is real. You think it's a movie, but it ain't no movie. So I'm like, Tommy, why are you moving like this?
Yeah, he's not giving a good look with, as far as like his first dealings with them.
Yeah, I understand that, DeMarcus, but I just feel like even me, a civilian at 9 years old, seeing the paper on my grandmother's coffee table, I knew, these people ain't nothing to F with.
Exactly. You seeing all these old time shootouts because his father's actually like an old mobster. So he's the ones that where you seeing like difference, where they show different, like, the aftermath of hits. Hypothetically speaking, that's how Tommy father would be. You would see some of his masterwork on the New York Post and the Daily News.
Not the masterwork.
Yeah. Look, I was just trying to make it sophisticated.
And they was not trying to be all cute. They was real, like, gutter with them pictures. Okay.
Heck yeah, you be seeing the homeboy shoes all nice and shiny, but he laid out with a sheet thrown across him. But you see them pointy shoes, those mob shoes. Hey, Struggles, ew.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Struggle Reviews TV. Thank you for coming.
Like, you'll see the wingtips and different type of shoes.
All them black and whites.
Mm-hmm.
Juan Roman says Tommy knew what he was getting into. He needed that power. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Knew he was getting into, but I don't think he handled a lot of those situations right.
No. He sure did. Tommy, he was smart dumb. That's just the best way to view Tommy at this point. He's smart dumb. Like, he's not completely an idiot, but he lacks foresight, I feel like. He lacks, that's why him and Ghost kind of was a yin and yang. Ghost, he thinking 3 steps ahead. Tommy just going as he, how when you drive in the car, you're not looking in front of the car. You looking at the road a half a mile away. That's Ghost. Tommy over there on his phone looking at the steering wheel, not looking at the damn road. But that's neither here nor there. Hey, Derry, you said that Tommy has My family on both sides of the Flynns are his yes child. Lord, I just hope they do.
Yep. I hope my theory comes out, y'all. I don't know if y'all checked it out. I already said this the first season of Force that Tommy is related to the Flynn family. I gave y'all a little breakdown. If y'all want, y'all should try to check that video out. It's a little 3-4 minute video explaining how they're related because even Walter Flynn knows that they're related. I think
Yes.
he knows, but he thought he was gonna have him come to his side quicker. That's a
Yeah.
sidebar situation. Sorry about that, pretty
No,
girl.
I agree. I agree. And Demarcus, yes. I mean, sorry, Ronald Cameron. That is a good point. I'm glad you reminded me. He said Tommy's plan would have worked if Tariq punk ass didn't warn Dre.
Exactly. And that's when I was mad at Tariq behind too, where he needed his behind work.
Like it pissed me off. And I get it. Like this was the time when Courtney Kemp will spend like 3 minutes at the end of the episode and explain, the writer's point of view. And she was like, well, Tariq didn't have no issues with Dre. That's why he decided to spare him because Dre in Tariq's eyes has been really probably one of the only people that's been completely honest with him. So that's why he decided to spare his life. But I'm like, no, at that point we needed to like delete all of that writing and killed Dre. But she said they actually struggled in the writer's room. They actually was very, debating, whether they should keep Dre alive or not. They really had another version where Dre died that episode, but they decided to keep
Really?
it. Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah, they
should
said,
have though. They kept him
yeah,
around too long, I think.
yeah. But she said they wanted to kind of explore Dre being Ghost 2.0. So that's why they kept him around. I mean, don't get me wrong. It caused a lot of great TV, but my blood pressure and my asthma did not benefit from that.
Neither did mine. I just wanted them to just take him out, and he was just like the cat with 9 lives.
Wow.
Kept on living, still escaping by the skin of his teeth. And then my daughter, my daughter, my daughter.
No facts. Like, I don't even know. He probably had 12 lives because I should have
He
counted.
had 12 and 13 for the all my daughter, my daughter, my daughter.
Oh Lord, yes, Marcus. He said Tariq was loyal to his own cause with Dre. I agree. What's up, RDRD? How are you? So 2-Bit and Spanky, they over there, doing, drug dealer errands, like we used to, it's a regular Tuesday. And so we see Lorenzo, one of the dudes that's fighting for Urio's spot in the Tortas Lucas. And it was like, you know what? Dre want that fool dead. So let's go ahead and, while we running errands, let's go ahead and do some multitasking. So Spanky really went for it, but no, 2-Bit was with the shit. So they went ahead and killed Lorenzo. And it was weird. I don't know. I won't say it's weird. I don't really like the scene because it was like a deserted, like warehouse industrial area. Like I really wanted them to be on the block and, like kill him and shoot him in front of a bodega or something. Like I really wanted
Oh,
more of
so
like
you
a
wanted him to be chilling on the corner, listen to da ba da da,
yeah,
and just get like knocked off that way
yes, like
with the
some
bread,
Spanish
with the
music in
cat
the
sitting on top of
background.
the bread and all of that bodega.
Like he eat his bacon, egg, and cheese, and he's like,
Mm.
oh gosh. But I'm gonna let I ain't no writer, but I was like, I wish the scene just had more people around, but they done killed Lorenzo. All right. Yes, Kitty Love. 2-Bit didn't give a rat's. 2-Bit, he was really like thirsty. You could tell he's real thirsty at this point. But how do you feel about like 2-Bit and Spanky Moochie? How do you feel about this dynamic
This is when
duo?
I liked them though. I was like,
Yeah,
I liked them. I liked them, of course, more than Dre. And I wish that but they were still rough around the edges where Ghost is not gonna bring Spank along and 2-Bit. They
I
were
agree.
still kind of rough around the edges, even though Spank was all right with certain stuff, but we didn't, we just got to see what type of situations he could be in. But I
Yeah,
felt like I wanted to see them more around, like how he was trying to take Dre under his wing.
I agree. they always had the comic relief though, because
Mm-hmm.
2-Bit was telling Spanky like, yeah, Dre, he came up. I think he about to let me be his number 2. And so Spanky was like, yeah, that's me. I'm about to be nigga number 3. I'm just like, okay. But yeah, shout out to the dynamic duo of 2-Bit Spanky. They always had me laughing. Oh, child, this pissed me off. So Tasha practically begged Ghost to go to a grieving group because she's struggling. He really didn't want to do it, but he obliged. And so they're over there at the church and they're listening to other people's stories. There's one particular couple, their son Luke got hit by a drunk driver a week or so before his 16th birthday. And this guy explained, like, just to know, the guy got off. His name is Jeff. He be in a bar on 21st Street with his uniform on, and he out there just drinking. So he was like, have you ever just want somebody just to die? So he really expressed and he want this fool to die. Meanwhile, Ghost is listening. And Ghost, he low key, he keeping that, he's storing it. And then the group of, hey, does anybody else want to share? And Tasha, she's about to share, but Ghost was like, nah, we ain't doing none of that right now, Tasha. So how do you feel about Ghost preventing her? Now, I get it. We murdering drug dealers, as she told Ghost. But she can explain how she feels and, not necessarily why, like she can give a little bit without giving up the jig, So how do you feel about Ghost cop blocking Tasha?
I felt like he could have let her talk a little bit, and if she got out of line, then he could have shut down the conversation.
Yeah.
She has to grieve and get it out. She's actually going through the process of grieving. He's still in his anger state of grief, and he's trying to basically rectify the situation and get to the bottom of it. Even though they know that they already got Ray, they still want to get Dre because they feel like Dre is responsible for all of this.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Ghost is more giving the responsibility to Dre, but Tasha always, this whole season, and we have to pay attention, she's really blaming Kanan. Every episode, she's blaming Kanan for this. And of course, we'll see what happens with that. But she never took her mind off Kanan being the reason, or one of the reasons that Kanan, Raina, I said Kana. Ooh, that would have been,
Kana.
That would have been her name.
Like that's Kanan's daughter.
I don't know now, Kana. I don't know, Courtney Kemp. Am I on to something? Kana. I kind of like that. It's kind of like Sophista Ratchet. It's kind of it's giving you a little bougie, but it's giving you a little hood.
Look, we might see Tariq name his daughter that.
Who the baby mama? Destiny? That's what the people want.
Oh, I don't like that theory.
Huh?
I don't like that theory with the baby.
Yeah.
I think they need to leave that alone. And if they do come back, they need to visit that at another time and make the kid older.
Yeah, I don't need.
Right now, it's too soon. They still like young right now, where it would just be too much to add a baby in the mix.
Yeah, let's worry about selling our drugs. We really not going to school no more. I don't see that.
And not getting pregnant.
Yeah, like come on. Even though we don't see no protection on the scene.
Candy agrees. She say no babies, please too.
Yeah, I ain't ready for that right now. Okay, because we ain't got no babysitter. Okay, unless you gonna go win this protection with Big Mama. All she do is complaining. So she really gonna be complaining with a little baby because Tasha ain't babysitting. She want no grandmama's like What?
No, she want to be running behind Terry Silver behind before he get caught up in the trunk.
Tasha is very much mama gotta have a life too. She looking for her Melvin, okay? Be butt naked in the kitchen cooking breakfast, okay? Some grits, eggs. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Oh, I made some grits, sausage, eggs, and toast this morning.
To daddy's home.
I can't. Okay, let's get on task. Let's get on task. Okay, you know how we get. So on the way home, Tasha is telling Ghost, I need to talk to somebody. Ghost, I need to talk. He was like, we can't tell these people, like, we can't do that, Tasha. We over here selling them things on the street corners. We can't let them know. So you could tell she's really pouring out and trying to release, and Ghost is telling her no. He's holding her back. Meanwhile, he calls Tate, and Tate, he over there, doing what he do, preparing for his race or what have you. So he's like, Tasha's not going for this press conference. He was like, oh, that's so sad, Ghost. Well, we have a little presentation about the Queen's Child Project. So just bring her by. Maybe that'll change her mind. And Ghost decided to pick up the phone again and call Angie. She ain't answering. It's burnt. As you could tell, it's burning her little soul not to answer that call. When she see Jamie on that phone, she like... She want to answer that phone so bad. But he leave her a voice message. Angie, I really need to talk to you. I'm not doing so good. But she ignores it because she's trying to work. But when she don't answer, Ghost over there hitting a bottle, Moochie. Now, this is the first time we see him drinking, after, seemingly connected to Raina. Like, do you think they should have spoon fed us a little more, or just this is what we got? Like, deal with it. Like, here's the bottle. We see it because we know he was an alcoholic.
No, we got our warnings about Ghost and drinking. Episodes ago, another season where she wanted Tommy to stay on top of it and make sure he wasn't drinking. So we already know that drinking could be a problem for him, and then we heard the stories about his dad and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because previously he was trying to get do some research on Milan. So he was going to those bars and drink. So it was more like for research purposes. But now he's drinking more so, for, because through his grieving. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of
drinking to numb the pain.
Yes. Numbing the pain. I'm just saying. Get on Team Tasha and Tommy. Just hit some bud, Ghost, because the alcohol ain't it. That ain't it.
Hit your butt, smoke your L, lay back and relax and be like, all right, we're going to tackle the situation this way.
Yes, get you some snacks. Weed is much more fun than the alcohol. I'm just saying. You don't never see nobody get killed because somebody was over there high off the bud. Okay. But it's legalized. In the United
let you smoke your little marijuana and mind your business. It's legal now.
But we gotta wait, trickling states. That's pissing me off with these, like, oh, well, we're gonna have this little batch of states legalize it, then this little batch. But then, like, when you're traveling, that's the issue. Like, just federally, just make it legal, legalize it, because weed ain't never hurt nobody. Okay, I'm sorry. I was giving like...
She said, yes, PG and Moochie. Puff, puff. She got the clouds of smoke going. Yeah.
Now, I don't really enjoy it. I got the
Candy Love. Send them smoke signals, Candy Love.
Oh, gosh. Support Gamer said Ghost started challenging his father while drunk. Child, oh Lord, I cannot, DeMarcus. Why? I got Snowfall PTSD. We can't be talking about no Franklin on this live.
Oh no, we are not talking about him. We don't want to talk about that disgrace of a hustler, Mr. Franklin saying.
Oh Lord, Franklin, disgrace! I would never thought in my life.
Disgrace of a hustler.
When I seen that young man flying that plane, I would never have thought
that he would be on a corner like a wino a couple of months later.
Jeez.
Like a couple of months, me and Pretty Girl saw him flying a plane. Now you mean to tell me he at the corner liquor store just hanging out there in the front?
Asking for change.
Yes. It was all right with just having $10.
No. Oh my God, he felt. I don't want to talk about it no more because I'm getting upset. I got asthma, so we got to move on.
Yes, we won't. We're not even going to talk about that
Yes,
monstrosity.
abomination. Yes. Katie Love, so it's from the earth. That's what say it's for me and you. Smoke. Shout out to Smokey. So yes. Yes, Kenny Love, he was goals. And now he ain't goals no more.
Yeah, was a big wasn't it?
Yes, yes. So I love this scene. 2-Bit, he's about to clock out on drug dealing for the day. He was like, boss, guess what? You ain't got to worry about hiring no hitters to kill Lorenzo. I did it. Okay, I was multitasking over here. My productivity level was on 1,000. So Dre was like, well, I didn't ask you to do that. And he was like, don't worry about it. I did the drop and I killed Lorenzo. Like, I did a little overtime. I'm an overachiever over here. Dre was like, no, we can't do that because it's going to fall back on us if they find out. Like, we needed to make sure we contracted people that does not have anything to do with this, because Dre learned from Julio's death, because they were supposed to make it look like it was not a Todos Locos kill, and Uriel, hard-headed behind, went ahead and made it look like a Todos Locos kill. So Dre, he's learning from his mistakes, but
it's too late. This is what happens when you lie.
Yes, exactly. So I didn't catch this previously when I originally watched it. But Cristobal was like, sorry. He was like, 2-Bit and Dre, they gotta go. I was like, it was giving me real Stringer Bell with Wee Babe, talking about Lil Man, like, Lil Man gotta go. I'm sorry. In my head, I'm like, those were Orlando's hoes. Sorry.
Wait, who said fun fact Lorenzo dies twice in the Power Universe? How? What Power you watching?
You talk about Monet husband, Lorenzo.
Yeah, but how he died twice?
I'm just thinking he's talking about people named Lorenzo, not like the same person. I'm just thinking he's thinking because they have the same name. That's what I'm thinking. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Support game.
Okay.
Yeah, he says Tahada.
The Tahadas.
So Dre said, yeah, we need to meet outside. He proceeded to curse 2-Bit smooth out. 2-Bit was like, I don't understand what the problem is. I'm helping you out. He was like, no. He was like, oh, so this little promotion got you on the high, Dre. Like, is this what's going on? Like, you supposed to be my name. He said, I'm not your in no more. You work for me, Francis. I don't know, that African kind of came out. The Nigerian came out a little bit, saying, you work for me. You work for me, Francis. I was like, ooh. So how do you feel about that, Moochie? Because I've kind of been in situations like that. Like, I've been in a job and got promoted. And
I feel like he was trying to keep things where it didn't get blown out of proportion, because his name is already being brought up in the whole thing with Julio, and that they already know that he put things together, and he don't want them to be coming after him. That gang.
Yeah. It's a struggle, right? Because as a boss, you don't necessarily, you have to pick and choose how transparent you are. You know what I'm saying? Because in that same previous scene, 2-Bit was asking Dre, like, hey, you heard Father Callahan, died? He was like, dang, for real? That's effed up. So you can tell that he's not really being completely honest with 2-Bit, but this is at his detriment at this point. Like, I don't know. It's hard. We selling drugs and killing people. So, we gotta measure what's best in terms of being transparent. Okay. No label. The label was you said Dre was on a power trip. Yes, definitely. I get it. You want to be able to kind of illustrate the difference of, positions, but at the same time, he had to go that hard on 2-Bit. Like, dang, that's your day one. You worked for me, Francis. Sorry. It was hella funny to me. That Nigerian just crept up. So, 2-Bit, he makes a 2-Bit face. 2-Bit is kind of giving, like, his mad face is kind of give like Stevie J a little bit. Like, kind of giving little rat face, like, But yeah, this is kind of the start of their kind of, strained relationship. Um, because at the same time, to Dre's defense, oh Lord, I never thought I'll say those two words before Dre's defense. You kind of have to pretty much, draw a line of, boss and employee, but there's a way you can do it. That's why you got to be a certain personality when you're a manager or a boss, because stuff like this. But yes, definitely give Stevie J. Yes, I'm glad I ain't the only one. So your favorite two people, Moochie, they meet up again. And Angie was like, well, Brains and Two Bit, I mean, not Two Bit, Brains, Two Bit talk about me, girl. Brains and Big Country, they dead. Y'all got anything to do with it? And Tasha was like, no, girl, we ain't killing everybody. Angie was like, are you sure? And Tasha was like, no, we ain't do those. Okay, we ain't do those. We did about 20 others, but not those. And of course, she's still a little suspicious. She don't really trust them like that. But they over there comparing notes and meeting up. And so now Dre, he's over there, with the Totos Locals. And Arturo, of course, the young buck, they kind of played him a little bit because they wanted to make sure that 2-Bit wasn't the one taking the blame on Lorenzo's death. So he was like, yeah, good thing you took out, Lorenzo. He's, pretty much, because they was pretty much saying Lorenzo was behind Uriel's death. It was like, yeah, I got that trade or whatever. So, that's kind of them covering their bases, having Arturo take the blame and the credit for Lorenzo's death. So this was kind of a good move with Dre. And I don't know why I was sleeping on how instrumental Cristobal was, like, with Dre. Like, it was kind of like a 1 and 2. Like, how do you feel about this whole situation with Dre and Cristobal?
I feel like Cristobal is trusting Dre too much. He's trusting him too much because he thinking they really got an equal partnership. But right now, Dre don't have nobody else to trust. He can't trust nobody else.
No. Oh, Dre, I'm sorry. You just get on my goddamn. Meanwhile, Kanan over there meeting up with his crew from DC. And it was like, this dude Dre dead, because they was contracted to kind of tag team and kill Dre. But they got away. Well, Dre got away from them. And they're assuming that the hit went over well, but he was like, nah, Dre's still alive. And they was like, well, dang, how we gonna get paid? He was like, well, I met the new Connect, which is, what you call it? What's the guy name again? Jason. Sorry, y'all. He was like, I met the new Connect, so he's still in the background planning to take over Tommy's organization. But at the end of the day, he's still, he's multitasking too. Kanan was a good multitasker. Do you feel this right? Or Kane is still justified trying to still get his position back on top? Or do you think he should have let it go, Moochie?
I feel like Kanan should have let it go from there because he basically got back into kind of like having a relationship with Ghost and Tommy off the strength of what he did by taking out Jukebox and saving Tariq. So I feel like he should have just backed off a little bit, and they probably would have gave him a little piece eventually. But he's always doing a lot of division and stuff like that with them too. Yeah, he seemed like he don't like them being such a good teammates.
Do you think it was a little bit of jealousy, or he just?
Oh yeah, no doubt. He felt like, my time being locked up, look at what they end up creating while I was gone. Yeah. So he feels like, he want to make up for that.
I agree. Because if I'm over here still in Cell Block D eating ramen noodles every day, I'm gonna be a little salty too. But the thing is also the way Kanan was so hot-headed, he wouldn't have been able to get that far in the drug game being the way he is. Like, he would have been eventually in jail or dead anyway, because the way he was moving too reckless. But he trying to
I hope we
get
get to
into.
see that in Raising Canaan too, because we not seeing the reason why they had to sit him down.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see, because in previous episodes they mentioned, well, Ghost mentioned he wanted to make certain moves, but Kanan pretty much wasn't with it. So that would be a great scene for them to put in, like Ghost suggesting like a business plan or something. And Kanan wasn't being down. I guess the
Mm-hmm.
endless possibilities of Raising Kanan. I'm curious how far we can go. But the average season is like 5, 6 for these shows, so they probably got to do a lot of time jumps if we get to that.
Right.
We got this time. Kanan is like 40, so he would have to be going in jail at age 30 in terms of the original power. So that means we got 15 years to go through to get to that point. Because right now Ghost and Tommy is 35 and Tasha's 30, so they can make it work, but we gonna have to see. I just thought about Lulu and Marvin's fate. I just don't want to get to that part because
And that's the part I'm wondering about. Like, are we gonna see they fate on Raising Canaan too? I know this is like a sidebar
no,
conversation,
yeah, no, you
but
good.
I'm worried about mine.
That's what I'm saying. Like Lulu was, he took a back seat. He took a back seat. Now I'm pro Marvin now, so you could have Lulu. But Marvin's my dude. He just reminds me of my father. That's why. But we gonna see. I don't want nothing to happen. Well, we know something's gonna happen, but I just don't want nothing to happen. Oh gosh. So Tariq's over there playing video games. Tasha, lets him know that we're gonna let you go to Choke. Okay. Do you think it was a good idea for him to go to Choke, Moochie?
At first, I did because he was trying to get away, but
Based on
it's
what happened.
like he brought the hood up there. He was just
You say he hooded Choke up.
he was moving reckless up there too. That's why he got caught out there so fast.
Oh god. He brought the hood up.
Yeah,
And then
look, we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it when we get to it. I'm gonna keep quiet.
no, it's hilarious because he damn sure did. Like,
Look, look. Brillo didn't even come because he knew he was gonna be chastising him about like where were you, Brillo, when all of this was happening?
oh god, you know his story. He was in
I was
prison.
locked up. I know,
Locked
Brillo. We
up.
know.
He
You
over
mean
there
to
with
tell me
Akon
you
and
couldn't
them.
send your grandson a letter in a birthday card?
I got plenty of those. My daddy, he had some good penmanship, child. I don't know what kind of Catholic
You be
school he done went
surprised how some dudes write when you see
to.
them write.
Exactly.
You
Little
be like,
heart.
damn, I didn't know he could write this neat.
Like I ain't gonna put no dot over the I. I'm gonna put a little heart over the
Oh
I.
yes.
I ain't gonna lie, that was bird tendencies, Moochie. We fell for dudes that had good penmanship when we was kids.
Heck yeah. You just be like, oh, where he learn how to write? He writes so neat. His penmanship is remarkable.
He went to Catholic school, girl. He went to no
Hey,
public school.
rewind that with Miss K. His
Hey,
penmanship is remarkable.
I didn't know he was such a poet. Okay. Yes, Derry, bad grandfather. What's up, S.J. Smith? You said, I don't think we'll see Ghost and Tommy raising Kanan because once this happens, the show will no longer be raising Kanan. It'll be raising Ghost and Tommy because Kanan raised them and gave facts. Yeah, I don't know if
I'm
I don't
telling
know
you, we're
how I
not gonna
feel
see
either
them
way.
till towards the end of the series. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, they probably will. Either way, I'm gonna be happy because raising Kanan doing a hell of a good job. Yeah, it's damn near calligraphy. I'm just saying you over there.
She said bad grandfather and Dairies.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh Lord. Okay, well Tasha tells Tariq, yes, you can go to Choke. And your little robbing partners, brains a big country, they dead. He was like, oh, they are. So he felt a little better. And so she was like, well, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, Tariq, I just swear, like, if he would have just told his parents about the Ray issue, we wouldn't be going through all this.
Exactly.
Hard-headed boy. So Tate Raggedy behind had a whole conference and I really blindsided Ghost and Tasha. And Tasha thinking Ghost was a part of it. But he really was blindsided as well.
He was blindsided too.
Exactly.
He's so busy hitting the bottle. This is how he let the ball slip. Hitting the bottle and following people and stuff.
He drunk driving.
Take out your aggression on people. Where you following them around driving. Looking like a cereal,
A cereal eater. Well, I don't know. No, don't take that
a cereal eater. We can't say that,
Yes.
The K-I double hockey sticks E-R, okay? So we can't say that.
No, we have to play it real Sesame Street around here. Moochie done spelled it out literally for y'all. All right.
Yep. K-I double hockey sticks E-R.
Kids, the word of the day is K. Shout out to Sesame Street. I mean, definitely a pivotal point in my life. So of course, Ghost says his piece, and then Tasha says her piece. And I ain't gonna lie, I felt like if they had let her talk about 5 more minutes, she probably would have been looking real suspicious. And I mean, I feel like she didn't say anything too bad at this point. But Ghost, you didn't let this woman get anything out. So of course it's gonna, spill out and have the word vomit on national television.
Look, being that you from Harlem, why I thought Sandman was gonna come out there and with the hanger, with the cane and hook up behind off stage. He was looking like, don't let nothing fall out your mouth too crazy, Tasha. Cause I'm gonna have Tommy snatch up behind off stage.
She was like, it's our fault. It's our fault.
Security.
Wah, wah.
All I hear is seeing the music that they be playing when Sandman come out.
Oh gosh. So I went too mad at Tasha. No, girl, it's a hot mess. Tasha, well, I'm not mad at her because she tried to release, okay? Because she can't talk to nobody. They murdering drug dealers, okay? And so, of course, she thinks Ghost is a part of it, but they have so much distrust in their relationship. She don't believe nothing he say.
She don't trust him no more.
Show don't, okay? So Tamika and them, okay, EM, okay, they over there, they done found out that Tommy and Teresi are father and son, okay? I feel like this is such a bonehead decision for Tommy to go see Teresi. Like, did y'all not think that nobody over there in the admin room, over there click-clacking on the keyboard, documenting any of this? Like, come on, like, Moochie, was it really worth it for him, Teresi, to see his son?
He should have listened to Kate, Tommy.
Yes.
Kate did not want them to meet.
No.
If they really go look, they gonna see Kate Egan go in there first. So now you can see that they related because Kate Egan went there. You stay away from my son. Remember, she went there with that. Now here goes Tommy. Hey, Dad, I need you to do me a favor. Really? I'm just saying.
Say it again, Moochie.
Hey.
Go ahead, go off camera.
Look, I gotta go off camera. You got me. Hey, Dad, I need you to do me a favor. I need to hang out with these Italians because I gotta get some work done. Oh Lord.
I want to meet.
No, he ain't at the Nothing Can Stop Me support gaming yet. He's not being that dick yet, Ghost.
Yeah, that's like episode.
That's when he was a real 6, dick.
Oh yes, I want.
Nothing can stop me.
So cheesy. Oh gosh. Meanwhile, Angie over there, fate working. So she done matched the gun that was found in the raid with the 86 keys to the execution killing that they the Jimenez did with the couple that was snitching. Okay, well the wife was snitching. They know she done took the baby. I'm like, so whatever happened to that baby? What y'all do with that
So,
baby?
pretty girl, are we talking about that gun, that gold gun that he was taking
Yes,
everywhere,
girl.
flashing around?
The ultimate accessory. I
You
want that.
know,
I'll be
so he
real
got
cute.
the gold gun. It's just his calling card.
But he changed, the mechanics. He changed insides, but I'm like, we still like
Don't
these
but it
people.
okay, he's changing the inside. So does that mean the ballistics is gonna be thrown off?
The fact that they are able to see that, I don't know. See, this is why I should have followed my first thought in high school and been, because CSI was real heavy in my mind. I really wanted to be a criminologist. Like, I was watching CSI. I had a class.
I was like a junkie for those shows back in the day.
I know. I was just like, but then I realized it's really boring, and tedious. I'm like, I don't know. But I can't answer that question. Do we have any people in the chat that, has a degree in in this type of, science? It's very elevated here. So I don't know if y'all, know about that thing, if y'all packing them things, let us know. You all right, Moochie? All right.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Yes, Diego gun was like Gordo's gun to market.
Yeah, sure was.
Yes.
That probably was the same gun. You know they ain't gonna throw no good props away.
That is true, Moochie.
They probably was like, you know what? Gordo could use Jimenez gun. Use it for the funeral. Like
it was in storage because the budget really for the clothes. They done maxed out the clothes budget. They was like, let's go ahead and look at these guns real quick.
Gonna recycle some of these props. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be surprised if you might see that gun in Raising Kanan or Power Force.
Ooh, dun dun dun.
So the first person that sees it, DM me the picture of a screenshot of it if it shows up in any other series.
Yes.
Need I say more?
Please and thank you. Okay.
You can send it to myself or Pretty Girl Loves Trap content.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I like the way you said that. Can you do my voicemail message? That'll be hot. You have reached.
You have reached. Pretty Girl Loves Trap content. I am away, and I will contact you at my earliest convenience.
Bravo. We are nuts. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry. Look, you can't get me. You can't derail me like this.
No, I'm not. Okay. Let's get it back on track, guys. Okay. So this is a bonehead thing to me because Sammy took Tommy to see Carmine. Carmine at that time really looked like he needed some medical assistance. This boy was shot. Okay, he looked near death, and y'all thought it was a good idea to leave him in that little warehouse or garage, if you will. Tommy had enough time to go see Teresi and run whatever errands they had to run. They went and got Lord, what's this guy's name? I done blanked out. Not Sammy.
Teresi's man, his father's man.
No, Sammy and Vincent. Sorry. They went and got Vincent. So I'm giving they done left Carmine in that little warehouse at least for 2 to 3 hours, bare minimum. So y'all thought it was a good idea to not give him no medical attention and leave this man alone in this little warehouse. He already looked near death. So y'all come back and Tommy surprised he dead.
Left him for a half a day. Meanwhile, you done went to MCC to go see your dad. Yeah, and you know how long it takes to do them visits because they got to check you out, check him out, and then you gotta wait, and then you get called, and then you go in there. Come on now,
makes no sense. Meanwhile, he over there
wasting a whole day away at a visit with his daddy.
You couldn't
Meanwhile, this
call him.
man
He got a
dying.
burner. Y'all couldn't talk shop on the burner phone. Ugh. So Vincent, of course, is upset. He was like, you know what, you got to pay, his parents, and you got to pay back. And so Tommy, he's grateful because Teresi told him, hey, you need to own up and tell Vincent what you had did. Okay, tell him that you effed up. All right. And so he was like, don't worry, Vincent, I done killed the fool that is responsible, aka Dre. And so Sammy backs him up, but Tommy lying, okay? And Sammy, he gave him a good little 2-piece in the biscuit because he was like, I would never lie for you again, okay? I was like, all right, Sammy, I ain't.
Yeah, because Sammy is seeing that Tommy's like a F up.
Yeah.
He handled this situation wrong, and he normally isn't a mess up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There, you said I would search, but search history is a fool, child. Ooh, this little case going on. Let me be quiet. I'm gonna say that for Friday, but yes, Derry. What you talking about searching? Oh, for the gun. Oh, baby. Okay. So, and this part, I don't think I peeped when I originally watched the show years back. So Dre over here, at the grand opening, one of the new clubs. Of course, I had to show Keyshawn from P Valley. Okay.
Oh yeah, she's with him in this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She wasn't his baby mother though. She was some other chick, right?
She worked for the Bassett Company. She's working for the club, and her name, and I know DeMarcus probably know it. Her character's name just left me just now.
DeMarcus, I know you know this girl name. Please put it in the chat. It's either DeMarcus or Saboy Gamer gonna know who this woman is.
It's Quinn.
Okay.
Her name is Quinn. But she's letting him know, like, you're doing a great job with the grand opening. Karen's gonna send you overseas before you know it. And she's like, one thing, this is fool over here. He done, ordered 18,000, Ciroc bottles or what have you. He ain't trying to pay. He said he know you. So he said, I'm gonna go ahead and handle it. Come to find out, it's Diego. But we see a shot of Ghost in the club. But he sees Diego and he's like, dang, I can't kill Dre right now. And I don't know if I caught that the original watching it before. I could have, but I must have forgotten.
Yeah, he saw him a couple of times and he couldn't kill him.
Yeah, this time I didn't remember this time. And I was
this is where we gonna really start seeing Ghost get dark. That beard is coming in. Mm-hmm. We're seeing all of that. We're seeing the dark side, like this picture back here, the dark side of him. So we really starting to see that now.
Yes. So, he was trying to kill Dre, and he's like, he can't do it. He's under the Jimenez protection. So he in the car, he calls Angie. She still ain't picking up. So he goes and was like, you know what? My last therapeutic resort is to get this justice for this couple that we was in the group with. So he
because I want to just KI double hockey sticks this dude. That's what he want to do.
He was like, I can't kill Dre. The love of my life ain't answering her phone. I don't know what to do.
And my wife is a nagging me. That's what he probably saying all together in one.
And Big Mama done burnt the pot roast, and I'm tired. Okay, I need some therapy. So he decides to kill. Sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to say that. He decides to permanently hurt Jeff, the guy who was responsible for the other couple's child's demise. And he don't just, he don't pow with the gun. He stabs him 11 times. Mm-hmm. And that was his therapy. So, Moochie, how do you feel about Ghost doing this? Is this action justified?
I feel like it's justified because he knew that the father wanted to do it, but he didn't have the guts to do it.
Yeah.
So he's saying he's doing a good thing, but it's like you trying to bring too much attention to yourself right now. You already just got out of, a situation. Y'all trying to work your son out of this situation. Now you gonna add an unnecessary body? That ain't make no sense to me. But I was watching it though.
Oh, Ghost. I guess he was trying. Maybe if Angie would have answered that phone, he wouldn't have did it. Maybe, but we would never know. We would never know. So, Angie, this is actually on you, girl. You should have answered the phone. Oh, God. Hey, Yana. Thank you for coming through. So, that was pretty much the end of the episode, guys. Let me know in the chat. Let us know if this action or this death was justified. Are y'all giving Ghost a pass for doing this? I do.
I do already. I already said how I feel. I feel like
Yeah.
he deserved to pass.
Yeah, I do. But he really needed some therapy. Okay. He couldn't do what he wanted to do with Dre. So he's like, you know what? I meant to Rolodex, 23rd Street, Jeff. He over there.
Yup.
Let
And
me
then you
holla at
see
Jeff.
him coming out of the store just like the man said with the bottle.
Yes.
And he just doing everything. He just gonna keep on drinking till it happen again. So yeah, he
Yes.
should have put him out of his misery. I think it was a good thing,
call.
but you know.
Yeah,
Now we gotta worry about this coming back to haunt him.
Yeah, he probably saved other kids' lives or other people's lives because Jeff ain't had no remorse. Like Ghost even asked him, "Hey, did you the one that killed, that hurt that kid?" He was like, well, "I don't remember that." He gave the kid's name. He was like, "I don't know the kid's name," and he over there drinking. I'm like, "Come on!" And about to get in the car. So Ghost probably prevented another death that night. We don't know. Okay, but I'm gonna give him a pass. The market said no with Ghost. He ain't letting up. His foot is on Ghost's neck. Okay. Support Gaming said Ghost was seeing the drunk driver as Ray, Dre, and Tariq. Dang, you gotta put Tariq in there too. Support Gaming.
Yeah, he put Tariq in there.
Oh gosh. Candy said it was needed, but not by a Ghost. Yeah. Support Gamer said it's both justified and not cause it bringing and did it bring the parent kid back, and it could have backfired on him if someone saw him. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Ghosting when he put on that little murdering outfit that
he really turned invisible.
When he put that hoodie on, he can't tell Ghost nothing. Okay,
it's he think he invisible right now.
Don't let him have the puffer vest on. It's really go time. He got the little sneaks, the little trainers, jogging pants, sweats, a little black t-shirt, a hoodie, and his vest. Like that combo, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. I wonder if Tariq kind of has that a little bit. It's not the same outfit, but when Tariq he about to do some dirt, he'll put on a little black hoodie. You know what I'm saying? He'll pay a little
getting there. Look, he already had the workman's uniform on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Everybody was showing the contrast with that.
Yeah.
He is his father's son.
Child show is. Yeah, DeMarcus. I didn't go too far. Sometimes I go to the next episode, but I didn't. Because I don't want to, confuse all the details. I like to just go episode by episode. But so I'm gonna watch episode 3 tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I may do it tonight. I don't know. You know how I feel. And I'll be back here Wednesday. I lie, y'all. I actually do have to take a break. It's my nephew's birthday, so we'll be celebrating. So I'm taking a little 2-week hiatus. So not next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, we'll be discussing episode 3, season 5. And then yes, Friday, the Pretty Thorough podcast with Brillo and I. That's on Friday at 8:10. And I have a couple other, power videos and a movie review in the works. So please stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, please do so for your girl Moochie. What you have going on? We know you got a list a list of
All
things.
right. So what I got going on tomorrow, I will be on with Tamika's Den. We'll be talking about the Roxanne Shantae movie that's on Netflix. We're talking about that tomorrow. And then we will be talking with EJ. We are doing the premiere. It's her birthday tomorrow at 11. We're doing All the Queen's Men. We're talking about that. And then I have trending topics, and I usually piggyback right off of Pretty Girl and Brillo's podcast show. So come over there. They might come through. We're gonna be discussing topics, and we might have a little last time it was a good discussion, a good debate. So we're gonna have the fellas on there chopping it up with us too. So hopefully Pretty Girl and Brillo could come through later on that night.
That's Friday night.
Yeah, right after you guys go off. So I know
Oh yeah,
y'all usually be
send me the
on.
link.
I'll go about 9:15 or 9:30 because it's just in case y'all run over. So
Yes,
just
I'll be
check
there.
the times with that.
I'll be there. Sorry, yeah. I ain't drink my tea. Sport gaming. You said for those I sent, I was thinking if I should post them on YouTube, or so I might make a new channel and account to avoid risk. Yeah, because the copyrights be I don't they don't be playing about here. But yes, this was a good episode. So we'll be back in 2 weeks to discuss Power. Okay, episode 503. And Muchi, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube, thank y'all for supporting both of us. Please like and subscribe to all the things. Good night, Tressa C. Thank you for coming through. And y'all have a good evening. I mean, it's hump day about to be over, so that means Friday is coming shortly. Again, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. Dairy, Moochie. You frozen? You good?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. You froze just a little bit, or that could have been me, child. I don't know,
No,
because
it might have
Spectrum
been
been
me. I
tripping.
don't.
Spectrum been tripping over here. Okay, I done called and upgraded my internet, and they still playing on Beyonce's internet. Okay, so I don't know. Somebody about to get some words.
I
I'm
had
sorry.
problems where I'm at now with my internet like last week. That's why I couldn't go live last Friday. I couldn't even get on.
They
Day
playing
was
with.
here today, so hopefully everything works out and I'll be
Yes,
on Friday night. What's up, Trusted C? How you doing? Thanks
because it
for
be
coming through.
y'all playing with the internet. I might start deducting off my bill. Y'all playing with me. The bill is same every month, regardless. So I may have to start making some deductions. Spectrum, y'all keep playing with your girl,
So
okay?
I want to send a nasty letter.
And that's what the letter gonna say, Moochie. I'm
It's
gonna
just
type
gonna
it.
have
What's gonna say?
ranting and raving all through it.
All right, y'all. We gonna get
To whom it may concern.
to whom it make. Oh, that's I used to kill the to whom may concern. Okay, that's
Look,
when you really was
unbeknownst to me, my cable's not working and neither is my internet. What, unbeknownst to me?
I cannot. Oh, why is she like this, y'all? Why is Moochie like this? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. You got me crying over here. All right, y'all. Thank you for coming through. Y'all have a good night, okay? And we will see y'all later on in the week. Okay, check us out. Toodles.